Hey, so this is my screen broke vlog. I have cleared the space on my desk and currently in the process of putting everything together. But I just wanted to show you something quickly about how the old screen failed. I mean, first thing that I noticed is, especially on a dark gray background, I could see lines kind of coming through, and then then the day that the real screw up happened. But have a look at this because you can actually see something. So this is the old screen unplugged, and if we come up to this top corner, this is where the worst issue happened. And yeah, can I zoom in on that? See, like physically something has popped there. Like I can actually scratch at that. It's pretty gnarly, something's popped. I don't know if I can lift this up so you get a bit better lighting. Yeah, and it looks kind of like burnt. I don't know how long these screens are supposed to last. I'm pretty sure, like, ideally I should have gotten longer than that, but I do use it a lot. Sometimes it's almost constantly, you know, doing something. So yeah, like, there was a black void here and then like lines going across. Hopefully I'll edit in some photos, but it's dead. Best of luck to the new one. All right, I've encountered the first thing that I don't like about this monitor. See this? Okay, on mine. I'm lighting so hard. It's ever so slightly askew, so like this is slightly wider than it is on the other thing, on the other side, okay? Shouldn't be a big deal, except like they decided to go for a square base and the entire square base rotates. It's not just like this, oops. Or have I hang on, maybe I've not put it in right. No, I think it just, like, it's got these little felt things, but this doesn't actually support the monitor that much. It's like underneath here. I gotta be careful, I don't want to break it. It's a little bit too hard, but like it basically sits on a circle base. It sits on the circle, and then this rotates around that circle. So then when I try and like, when I'm looking at it, oh my god, it's so hard to... Where's my light? So this is out of alignment with this edge. It's super annoying. Now, nothing wrong with the function. I'll just have to learn to live with it. Maybe I can hide it somehow. But yeah, that's annoying. And compared to this one, which had a circle base, can I like swap the bases out? I wonder. Like the circle base, you don't have that problem because it's a circle, so it doesn't need to line up with anything. I'm just wondering, are they interchangeable? Because this is a standard mount, right? Maybe I can use that instead. Of course, now I got to unplug everything if I'm going to try and do that. Oh, dang. It was a good theory, but yeah, not going to work. Sad face. Right, so I'm looking at the alignment issue. I don't know if you can see this side, and then this side, it's like right to the edge. Yeah, so not the best quality control. Oh well, what do you want? I got it on sale, and I would rather not stuff around. I don't know, I will have a few goes at, you know, seeing if I can do anything, but I don't want to break it. And because it's not a functional issue, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to have to live with a wonky screen. All right, we're in business. And yeah, it's nice to have a working screen again. I think yeah, it looks pretty similar. Maybe it's a bit brighter, which, you know, they're both IPS monitors, so I know they deteriorate over time. Might take me some getting used to, but yeah, things fixed. I'm back because, yeah, no, I played around with the settings. It's got like heaps of buttons here and like crazy menus. And I think I've gotten it to like roughly the color that I like. It might still be a bit too bright, but we'll see how we go. It's just like, it's so sharp that my blurry eyes are freaking out because like I can actually see this one better than the old screen. And I just check, I am wearing my lazy glasses, not my driving glasses. So that's freaking me out. But hopefully, I mean, the hardest thing will be I'm used to photoshopping with the old screen, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, I just finished editing the video about my new monitor, so let's tack this on the end. As an update, I ended up lowering the brightness of the screen to 20 out of 100. I don't know that that's 20% because if you lower it all the way, it doesn't go completely dark. But yeah, it's quite substantially lower than what the screen is capable of, just because it was so in my face, I couldn't deal with it. Now, I filmed all that on the 12th of January, I think, and today is the 23rd of January. I'm still catching up on life because migraines suck, and being exhausted for no reason sucks, even when I haven't had the migraine. But yeah, so my initial review after using it for almost 2 weeks, I like it. It's good, apart from the wonky base. I've learned to just sort of not pay attention to it. That's fine. You know, it would be good if Philips could sort their shit out or just have a circle base. It's such an easy design solution for this problem. But no, they decided to go with a square. I don't know why. You know, I guess I can put more junk on the base, which I really shouldn't be encouraged to do. Yes, I am trying terribly to hide that little pimple. He's doing a little bit better. But, you know, better you just see me doing moody emo hair instead of having to look at that too much. Yeah, no, and I am getting used to it. It feels pretty much natural, although, like, I do still feel like there's a bit of a slight color to the screen. Now, keeping in mind, when I used to work at a photo lab, and so I did sort of train my eye to see slight colors like that. Maybe I'm just more attentive. I'm sure the average person isn't going to see that the white is ever so slightly off, but I can see it. And it took me, I wish they had included an explanation of what the settings are, because there's like a game setting, and when I initially put the game setting on, it looked fine, but I noticed like it was changing the brightness actively, and I think it's a smart profile, so it changes depending on what's on screen, and I don't want that. I want things to be consistent, especially if I'm going to do Photoshop and color correcting. Now, color correcting, how much do I really need to do, seeing as I'm not a professional and I'm not working at Kodak Express anymore? It's just for my own sense of, I don't know, maybe the art of it or whatever. But yeah, I just got to deal with it. I haven't done that much photoshopping. I've mostly just been sitting on the internet. I haven't even been turning on my computer much these days. I've been a lot more offline. But yeah, so screen, it's a good screen, especially for the price, at least so far. It seems to be capable of a lot. I like that the buttons are on the front and there's more than one button, whereas with the old screen, I had to reach around the back, and then it's like a joystick kind of toggle thing. So, you know, you can press it to turn it on and then go up or down, left or right, and that's how you go through the settings. It's such a pain. This one, much easier, having different buttons, although when I was fiddling with it, I would press, I think, down instead of up, or like, you know, because they have... It was a little bit confusing to get my head around, but at least it's on the front so I can see what I'm doing. It also, that little light on the front that tells you it's turned on, you can turn that off. I love that, because when I'm watching, you know, DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, movies, that was one of the things about the old screen, is you couldn't turn it off. So there's always this little light there, but now I can turn it off. So if I turn off my computer, seeing as I have the Blu-ray thing, and turn off all the other lights in here, I can actually have a decent viewing experience. Now, of course, I'm not currently watching anything at the moment. I'm spending a lot more time away from this screen, at least. I have been on the phone a bit and watching my YouTube on the phone, going into deep dives in, geez, all kinds of random topics. But yeah, no, I've been spending a lot less time in here anyway, so... That's probably a good thing. Moving on with I don't know, it's just the migraines haven't affected me in light sensitivity. It's more sound sensitivity that when I've had those. And then I've just been exhausted from the medication or going through the migraine and post-drome and whatever. But it's just like, I don't know, I think because I spent a lot of time in bed and then have just been sort of sitting around not able to do much, I've just kind of broken the habit of the sitting at the PC a lot. And then I've been doing a lot of art and I've been reading every day, sometimes more than one chapter. And the way that the tech world is going is making me not want to be around devices as much. I'm the sort of person who's been chronically online. That's probably why I burnt out the old screen, because it was almost constantly running for a while there, especially when I was going through some really rough times. And but yeah, now it's just like, you know, I was one of those kids who was enthusiastic about technology back when. I did get a reputation for technology, although when it's come to phones, I don't actually do much on the phone, just basic stuff. Like, my parents have more apps than me. My dad uses AI. I don't use AI except for, like, you know, Google automatically shows you stuff whether you want it to or not. I suppose I should change browser at some point. Anyway, so maybe this monitor will last longer if I end up using it less. And it has some built-in thing to try and stop burn-in, whereas like the old monitor was starting to get burn-in, especially around where the taskbars were. Maybe this one will take longer to get there, especially since I've turned the brightness down so much. I don't remember if I had to do that with the old monitor. I think I've always turned down the brightness because, you know, way back when I first started YouTubing, I actually had the brightness low. I think that was especially when I was going through the whole vampire thing. I just felt right. Maybe I've made my eyesight worse doing that, but, you know, I'm at a point where my eyes aren't, like, you know, my eyes have stabilized, so that's fine. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Tune in 5 years from now. I think that's how long I had the old one. When did I get the old computer? Yeah, probably lasted maybe even 6 years. So tune in 6 years, see if this monitor is still working or if I've had another crisis where I've had to go, you know, find a deal, drive myself out west, manage not to crash, manage to get good parking spots. Yeah, we'll see how this lasts, but I have a feeling it'll last longer just because I am less inclined to be digitally out there, and I think I'm reverting to more schizoid habits. It's hard to I just want to do my own thing at the moment. But hey, I change as time goes on, so what version of me I'll be in 6 years' time, no one knows. I think that's all I've got to say. I should get ready for bed. So yeah, today is the 23rd of January. I filmed all that, I think, on the 12th of January, if I'm reading it right. I'll put something on the screen if I got it wrong. Yeah. Look at me doing videos and stuff. Okay, I will just sneak off to the side. You can watch some more videos because I should try and be like a good YouTuber, even though I don't really give a shit and might not be making as many videos if I'm not at my computer as much, but we'll see what happens. Bye!